Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we are in Grand Forks, just loaded, and we'll head over to E-Holt. Happy Friday. Here's a message from our sponsor. Sutco is now hiring Super B wood chip, Super B flat deck, Class 1 drivers from BC's Lower Mainland, the Okanagan, and the Kootenays. There's a deer running behind us. To apply, go to sutco.ca, use promo code JuanFan, let them know I sent you, get an extra $100 on your first payday. Also, when you're applying for the job, make sure you use me as a reference, and any referral bonuses I can split with you guys. Excuse me. Also, if you guys don't have Class 1s and want them, there's a whole bunch of grants and stuff that are funded by different government agencies, so contact Sutco. They know all the contacts, and you can get some or all of your Class 1s paid for. Those things are expensive these days. Also, make sure you use me as a reference when you talk to Sutco about grants. Spam me everywhere. This is Interfor in Grand Forks here. We just loaded. The roads are awfully slippery. What?
They were definitely slippery.
I was Mario Karting over E-Holt today morning in the dark. So let's see if it's a little better now. Get out of the yard here and do a U-turn and head the other direction.
Kind of like that cold front is coming in that will be about.
Yep. Almost like you were right. I said almost. I wouldn't want to call you right.
I think you should.
Let's quickly make a phone call to our maintenance team because I just found an air leak. Yeah, Interfor here is a huge yard. Lots of logs in this yard. Hello, how's it going? I'm always good. I put a new defect in the logbook for the trailer. I've got an airbag air leak. Awesome. And then as far as the defects on the truck, I am on vacation from February the 5th to the 18th. If you want me to drop it off at Kenworth, just let me know. So that's a week away. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I figure I'd let you know. It's like, with all the defects and stuff, it's like maybe that's a good opportunity to just leave it there and they can work on it between other appointments. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Perfect. Have a great weekend. Bye. I think I shouldn't have to tell our maintenance team that I'm on vacation these days. I think
think it's all kept separate and they have no clue.
Because of legal reasons.
Yeah.
There's customs laws that they have to keep. There's offices at Cycle that make no sense why they're in separate buildings until one of the other drivers who used to work in the office explained it that due to customs, there's certain laws that certain people have to be in separate offices for security and stuff. So maybe they're not allowed to talk to each other with certain things. Doesn't make sense to me, but apparently there's laws that make it easier to cross into the U.S. That's why it's so easy for us to cross the border all the time, because we abide by those rules. But maintenance now knows I'm on vacation. She just goes, I think I will capitalize on that. I'll let you know next week if we can do that.
It should be so nice if they look at the batteries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we had an entertaining morning.
I was legit angry today morning. I try my best to help out other truckers and stuff when they're broken down. I'm like, hey, I'm capable of helping that trucker. Help that trucker chain up, or pull that other trucker out of a hole they're stuck in, or other truckers come and help me all the time. It's kind of like the code. You help out the other trucker on the road. I've given away a lot of coolant to other truckers. If they're overheating, it's like, here's my jugs of coolant. You can have that. I don't need it right now, so I'll go pick up some new coolant.
Or even like tools and small pieces of stuff and
Yep.
hoses and all that, clamps.
I've given away so much stuff. I always help people. It's like, oh, if it's within my means to help, I will help. Well, this guy wasn't in the mood to help. We had a battery problem today again. I don't think the batteries are holding a charge, even with the truck now being fixed and the starter is now fully charging. I don't think the batteries are holding a charge. Maybe we damaged the batteries during that thing. Today morning, the truck just wouldn't start up. So I'm like, okay, not a problem. I've got booster cables in the truck now. Open the hood, attach the booster cables, and here comes a logging truck into the scale. We slept at the Midway scale. I'm like, sweet, perfect timing. I'll go ask this truck driver to pull up next to me and I'll get him to boost me. So I walk up and go, hey, any chance you could give me a boost? My battery seems to be dead. He goes, no, I'd rather not. And then just drove away. I'm like, what? He said something about he didn't want to short his electrical systems out. Boosting another vehicle shorts out your... Okay, not a problem. Luckily, we have usually 3 or 4 Sutco trucks at the Midway at Vaughan there, at the lumber mill. So I let dispatch know, and they grabbed one of the guys at the lumber mill there, and he came and swung by, boosted me, and headed back to the lumber mill, and it was really fast and easy. It's like, see how easy this is?
It was definitely like, you didn't have to try to turn over the truck or anything. It just started. Like,
just needed just a little bit of extra juice.
It wasn't dead.
No, it was just dead enough that it didn't want to start up. So I cursed him for the rest of ever to have a breakdown every day.
Which isn't like you. That's why you're angry.
I was angry. I was definitely angry. It's like, what happened to the trucker's code? We help everybody out. No man left behind. Bunk heat lasted all night. There was enough battery for that.
Yeah, I don't get it. But it's like, Yeah, we sat there for 30 hours, but then you just drove from Vancouver to Midway.
Yeah, the battery
Right.
should be fully charged. It should be no issue, but it was an issue.
And thankfully it wasn't super cold this time, so we were okay.
Yeah, it was 0 degrees overnight, so on the bunkie didn't stop working anyways. No emergency this time. We weren't in trouble. I just needed a boost. I've got it on my DVIR now that my batteries aren't holding a charge. And during the week, I'm just not going to turn the engine off until I know I have batteries that I can rely on.
Like, you've been very conscious of how you park every night
Yep.
and stuff.
How did the batteries, like we were in Vancouver 2 days. We idled the truck for 2 hours before going to bed and had no problem starting up the next day. But last night, we drove all the way. We stopped, shut everything off, went to bed. Less than 8 hours later, I was trying to start the truck up because I didn't quite sleep 8 hours. Start the truck up and it was just nothing there. Tried to turn over, or I guess it turned over once or twice and just didn't want it to start it up. So I don't quite understand what the difference was between last night and the night before. The night before it had much less of a charge than last night.
Yeah.
You also mentioned the toaster oven was having difficulties. It's not getting enough juice for making food. Bet you they're related.
Yeah. Kind of hoping it was fixed, but you're so careful about things, and like, you don't even trust it yet. Sure enough, your instinct pays off.
Yeah. Every night I park the truck in a way that would be easy to boost. I've done that since that breakdown weeks ago now. Probably a month ago.
We're both tired zombies.
No, I'm doing okay right now.
Oh, just me
I'll
then.
probably be tired early today, but we're going to be home by lunch.
That's exciting. I thought we were going to the Castlegar one, and you're like, no, Grand Forks. I was like, ha ha.
Oh, so when I said yesterday we'll be home by lunch, you're like, yeah, unlikely. I doubt it.
Yeah.
You were thinking Castlegar, yeah. No. Let's put our lockers on.
Is that,
It's slippery.
if this is slippery, imagine the Polson.
Yeah. Let's get momentum up. It's definitely still slippery. Whoa, that feels so funny. You guys probably can't see anything. It's such slight sliding, but I can feel that we are sliding.
Yeah, so it looks like, depends on where you are. Some of it's tomorrow, some of it's Sunday, where the cold temp really hits. But by next Friday, it's kind of back to this again.
Look at that gorgeous blue sky. Haven't seen this in weeks.
Well,
I mean,
since the last time it was cold.
we've seen little glimpses of this. Hopefully this isn't just a little glimpse. But this is nice having sun.
Well, that's why it's gonna be so cold. There's no cloud to keep the heat in.
Oh yeah, clouds go away, gets cold. When it's cloudy, it's warmer. Makes sense. Yep. So give me the cold weather then. I'd rather have cold and beautiful sun then. See, the road is wet here. They must have iced the corner, or salted the corner here, or de-iced or whatever crap they spray on. They must have done that for the corner, because here it's wet, and I'm not feeling any slippiness. Down there it was icy. I'm sure as soon as I get out of the track here, it'll be icy again, but we're good here. We're driving into that cloud. I need to say it's not true.
I want to stay in the blue sky, not the cloud.
Yeah. Okay, let's just do donuts here and forget about going home. If home's not cloudy, I don't want to be there. Yeah, it's 9:22 a.m. right now, and we'll probably be home a little after 12. It's 1 degree Celsius outside. Oh, and as far as people are going to ask what company, who didn't help me out, I don't know. There was no name on the side of the door of the truck. It was just a no-name logging truck. So probably owner-operator. Or working for a very small company. That doesn't cross borders. I thought you legally have to have your name on the side. I didn't see any name on the side of the truck at all. I see some other trucks that don't either, so I don't know. Don't know what the exact laws are there. So couldn't tell you who didn't help me there. Okay, nothing like waiting till the last minute. Yeah, leaving Vancouver yesterday, it stayed thick traffic like that all the way till Chilliwack. It started lightening a little bit in Abbotsford. But luckily, no jack wagons. I didn't have to honk at anyone, just the regular jack wagons. No special jack wagons that needed to be pointed out with the air horn. But slippery here again. Starting to feel a little spinning. So I'm trying to get onto the whiter stuff here. I don't want to pull too far onto the white because I know these roads are narrow and it's probably over plowed, and the road's not as wide as it's been plowed. And then we end up in the ditch. You don't want that.
You're
It's
speaking,
Friday.
you're speaking from experience.
Yes. Speaking from experience. Don't pull onto a shoulder if you don't see tracks on it, because maybe there's no actual shoulder underneath that snow. Last time I did that was pretty much exactly 5 years ago, I think. Maybe a little under 5 years. About 5 years ago I did that, pulled onto a shoulder. Yeah. I went in the ditch, parked in the ditch, and then after I parked it in the ditch, it rolled over on me. That was an experience I don't feel like repeating anytime. Not soon, not ever. So his lane there is wet. So it might be just in a couple of shadowy areas where it's slippery, because I'm feeling good traction here.
I kind of felt that coming this way though. It was a hit and miss.
Yeah.
And if it was...
See right here, these cliffs still are in shade. Here it gets slippery. Yeah, wherever there's still shade, it's a little slicky. A little slicky. I have only once ever driven over this pass with chains on, and that was only because it was a crazy snowstorm and I didn't bother taking my chains off going over Paulson. So I was chained up going over the Paulson and over Eholt, all the way from Castlegar to coming down this hill, almost to Greenwood. I was chained up. And then I got to Anarchist and I chained up again. That was a bad snowstorm day. This pass it gets pretty darn slippery, but it's not a very steep pass. It's not steep elevation gains. Because of that, it's just enough traction, even on a very slippery day, to not spin out. It has to be very bad to actually spin out. So it sounds like Vaughan is going to have at least enough logs till May, so they're postponing their closure.
I thought you said March.
Oh, maybe March. Maybe I said March. Whatever I said the first time.
So it's kind of cool that they can stay in business a little bit
A
longer.
little bit longer, yeah. I guess they found some extra logs that they can buy. They're still looking for more logs.
Morning.
Good morning.
You heading home?
I am.
Oh, the parking spot was available again this morning when I passed, so it looks like they cleared the barricades back.
Awesome. I'm actually dropping the trailer off at Summit, so I won't take up a lot of space.
I'm parking over by the car lock for the moment anyway, because big wagons don't fit real anywhere. I might leave the wagons out of the vault.
Ah, sounds good. Well, you have yourself a great weekend.
When I get finished this long friggin' day, you know, here to Castlegar to Princeton, Princeton to Merrill, Penticton, long day.
Boy.
Well, tell your boss we're too old for that.
Told him that, but that's what he's to think otherwise.
He's an awesome guy. Used to work for Sutco. He's one of those guys that will always help everybody. Doesn't matter what company they work for, he will be helping them.
Oh, see, when the officer set up the spike belt there, Midway, they'll probably be gone by the end there.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they'll probably be gone, but interesting.
Maybe they're waiting for you.
Yeah, I guess I should just stop here and wait till they clear out.
That's your order.
Cops at Midway with spike belts.
Yep.
Okay. Somebody's running from the cops. Yeah, they'll probably be cleared out by the time I get there.
So use a different parking spot.
Yeah, he says he's parking at the car lot.
He's the one that we quote unquote compete with for parking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a friendly banter.
He claims it's his spot, I claim it's my spot. Most of the time we both get it. There's enough room for 2 trucks. It's when somebody else parks there that we can't. Or when that water line busted, then nobody can park there. Just take her easy around here. This is lots of slick looking. Lots of slick looking.
And it definitely is a long day.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a long day, a full shift on bad roads. I think the roads will get better later on, but as evening comes, they'll get bad again. So these are definitely thawing out. They're less slippery than they were in the morning. Counter steering there. I do like the way I load these loads. Puts a lot of weight on the steers, so I'm never tight or understeer. I'm always loose or oversteer. So when I go around the corner, the steering wheel almost always has enough grip to make the corner. Usually it's the back end that wants to slide out on me, and that is so much more controllable than if the steers don't want to turn. So I would drive a loose car before a tight car any day of the week. Or if you're not American, it would be I would rather have a oversteer car than an understeer car.
No, I agree. I don't have enough driving experience to know what I would want.
I'd rather have the back end of the vehicle braking loose than the front end of the vehicle.
When I put it that way, yeah.
If you turn your steering wheel all the way over and you keep going straight, that's a bad day. If you turn the steering wheel over and the back end pops out on you, you can counter steer that and save it a lot of the times. But I gotta say, driving a big truck like this on ice, you get very, very good at that. Because you have to react immediately. slight sideways, like I've talked about it a couple times here now. You guys haven't even seen me go sideways because the cameras are so stable. The steady cam makes it so stable that you guys can't see the slide. It is a slight slide and I'm already counter steering it. If you don't react right away, jackknifed. It's done, you're over, you're jackknifed. I am running with engine brakes on, but the lowest setting. If you're new to this, don't use engine brakes. In fact, if this is solid ice, today morning I was not using engine brakes. It was too slippery in the morning. I was empty as well, so I didn't have any grip on the drives. There's somebody ice fishing out there.
Yeah, it looks like quite a few are getting ready to set up. Would be bad to ice fish right now, or is that cold out?
Yeah, plus 3 degrees, sun hitting you. That might be a nice day to go ice fishing, yeah. Another good way of not sliding out of control is just being super smooth. Do everything slowly. Slow down slowly, speed up slowly, turn slowly. See, wherever the sun is, it's wet. Counter steering on that one. Glad I went through that slow because I would have been in trouble if I'd come down that at my regular speed.
I've seen some tracks in the snow. I'm like, there are wildlife up here. You never see wildlife.
No, you don't even see deer here very often.
And that's what the tracks look like, though. We did see elk this week, at least one.
Yep, saw one elk this week.
Oh, half of them. He was sticking up over
the snowbank.
the snowbank, being like the watch elk. We've seen them there a few times, but Christina likes there now.
I haven't seen the moose over here. We see moose here every now and then.
Oh yeah, farther over here.
Yeah, right over here, right in this area, down this little valley here, we've seen moose. I haven't seen them for a while either.
No, because the cows moved into this.
That's true. The cows moved into that field and the moose disappeared, yeah?
Yeah.
As long as the moose had it to themselves, they were here. Roads look pretty good now. These are grippy. These are nice. Two hours sure makes a big difference in the road condition.
That goes both ways.
Yeah,
Good
much
and
worse
for
in 2
bad.
hours, yes. Getting a bit of rain, or is that? Yeah, we're getting some rain.
I'm like, that's probably what that dark cloud is.
Yeah, that cloud is spitting a little rain at us.
What happened last night, though? We went through snow and then rain and then mist. Again.
it looks like just that one cloud there is dark and giving us a bit of rain. There's more clouds up ahead. Just beautiful. I love when the sun hits kind of from behind you like this. It's my favorite time of day to be driving. Driving away from the sun in the morning and in the evening. Just lights up everything. The most beautiful. I mean, this is a little bit after magic hour, but still love the lighting this time of day.
I just like it because, you know, I'm not having to stare at the sun.
Yeah, there's that too. I think that's it for blue sky.
Yeah, let's turn around.
Don't want to go home anyway. We'll pull into Midway, check the load, use the restroom, and then hammer down and go home. I mean, it's tough to go for Greenwood and then Midway, but remember, don't shut the engine off. I'm probably fine shutting the engine off. I bet you we have to boost the truck on Sunday evening.
Yep.
So this load's going somewhere south of Tacoma.
Lakewood.
Lakewood?
Yeah. And I won't be with you.
Yep, no Jess next week. Getting ready for vacation.
It's less stressful for me if I just have a week to get ready.
And it's helpful for me. I don't have to really do any vacation planning. All of it's done already for me. I just show up and go, oh, okay, let's go. Vacations are easy.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, the way we have it set out, but you have plans for the weekend, right? So it's like, I need the week to do it, because the weekend you have plans.
No days off on this vacation. There will be no relaxing.
I beg to differ.
Tend to work every day.
I'm gonna go find another hammock, and that's all I'm doing. Tempted to bring our hammock, but then like with customs, we just should go buy another.
Just
one.
buy another hammock down there, yeah.
But we know where to find them, so.
Do we?
Oh, we want to avoid that store. Never mind.
Where do we buy them from? Oh, no, we're fine going there.
Okay.
I don't care. If he sees us, he sees us. I just would prefer him not knowing we're there.
Wonder if your brother doesn't bring his hammock.
I'd rather just go buy a cheap one down there for a couple of bucks.
Yeah. Your mom's gonna run out of room. We're all gonna have hammocks.
Hammocks sprawled out all over the place.
If I knew if I could sleep properly in one of those, it'd be nice. Oh, minus mosquitoes. Never mind. That's a problem last time.
Well, in fall when we flew to Houston, we avoided a huge snowstorm that week, so hopefully we time it out so that we miss all the snowstorms at the end of winter, the beginning of winter and end of winter. We've missed all the big ones.
Hopefully. But like you say, you just pack your most important stuff in your carry-on, because if your checked luggage gets lost for a while, it's okay.
Yep. And checked luggage, I want to have as empty as possible. That way we can buy a bunch of stuff to bring back home.
Yeah, if our other plan works out, to see people, I have something I want to buy as a gift. Have it planned out. Go to that gift store.
The box.
Yeah, that one. Or a different one.
Overpriced, but beautiful gifts.
I want to get a little toucan plushie.
For our niece.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
See what we can find. We'll stop at a couple of tourist traps to buy the overpriced junk. I mean, it's not junk. It's good. Like, the place has good quality stuff. It's overpriced. Overpriced for what it is.
Because right now there's a slight chance that our family, well, my family, that we're going down to see your family with your brother. And then when we stay in Houston, there's a chance that my sister will come down for dinner. So
We'll see if my brother wants to join for dinner as well.
Yeah, the offer's totally there. Just have to try to figure out if the shuttle will bring us there for sure. Like, seating in a car would be kind of hard. That was a big frog.
That was a big Valentine's frog. You know, Valentine's, you're supposed to kiss the frog?
Yeah. I've been calling you a frog lately. Ribbit, remember?
You haven't been calling me a frog. You said I had a frog in my throat.
But then I said your nickname should just be Frog. Remember that?
Okay, but what does that have to do with Valentine's Day?
I have my frog.
Unfortunately, I didn't turn into a prince, though.
That's okay. That'd be boring life.
Greenwood, the smallest city in Canada. Also Japanese internment camp in World War II. Because we didn't trust our own citizens.
Didn't that happen in a couple of different spots though, too?
Oh yeah, there's several
Yeah.
internment camps. Yes, this is not the only town that was an internment camp.
Every time I see this building, I want to make those all into birdhouses.
They do kind of look like little birdhouses, or big birdhouses. It used to be a power plant for the mine. The mine was actually up on the mountain behind us on the other side. This is where the foundry was, where they melted it all, melted everything, and all the slag and all the toxic slag is still sitting there. They turned it into a public park. I don't know whose idea it was to turn toxic slag into a public park and you could walk around and tour it. But it's probably not a good idea to turn that into a park. Having said that, I have walked around and toured it, even if it's closed. Just park down on the bottom and walk in.
It's pretty cool to look at. in Australia, on like 1,400-kilometer road stretch, they lost. I don't remember what kind of device or whatever. It was on a truck being transported. But if you get close to it, it's equivalent to getting 10 X-rays an hour done. How much radiation or whatever.
So they lost like a nuclear bomb or some
Nuclear
kind of
something.
medical radiation thing, or
I think it was more bomb weapon. Like,
military.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so nuclear. They lost it on the road. How does that happen?
It fell off the truck apparently.
Apparently there's a lot of missing nuclear weapons, which is scary to think about.
I'm just trying to think of how you transport it with the driver being like, that's right behind me. You're supposed to that.
Yeah. I'm sure they have lead-walled containers and
Or
stuff,
something.
but how do you lose that?
Of course, that's quite a bit of mileage to go find it.
Just kind of thinking, I'm not sure which is worse. Either the government or the military is so inept that they can't keep track of these things, or it's a conspiracy to move nuclear weapons to a different place. I'm not sure which one's worse.
I think if, and like nowadays people put air tags on their luggage.
Yeah,
Why can't they put like air tag on this weapon?
that's why it makes no sense you would lose weapons these days. So either they're incredibly inept, don't know what they're doing, or they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, who knows?
And I'm sure everybody has their own theories. But
Has there always been a load limit on that road, or is that new for this season?
I've honestly never looked.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you. Coming down into Midway. Told you it took an hour to go from Grand Forks to Midway. Got our hour in.
I know you said that. I was like, really? I just don't remember being that long.
Doesn't feel that long. Not quite an hour yet, but just thinking, let's go for a drive, but that's next week. That's next week. I know, I must really like driving because as soon as we go on vacation, I want to go drive. I'm not done driving. In fact, driving truck isn't enough driving because driving a truck, I'm stuck on the highways. I want to be driving on the little byways, the little roads. I want to explore the little road that goes up that mountain. It's like, how do I get to that road? I wonder what kind of viewpoint that is.
We used to do a lot more of that, but fuel prices kind of keep us home.
Yeah, fuel prices have stopped a lot of that. And of course, driving big rig now.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. Spreading out salt. Oh, that's where the spike strip was, right? So that's been a long time since. It's been over 45 minutes? 30 minutes since then, so if they were catching someone high speed, they wouldn't be here anymore.
Granted, you have to have a tow truck and stuff get the vehicle, maybe.
If they actually managed to spike someone,
Yeah.
there would be a spike car somewhere, but I have my doubts that they spiked anyone.
It wasn't too long ago, remember, that they had to spike somebody in Greenwood.
Always surprising when small towns start having
Oh, yeah.
all these criminal activities. Nice thing about the mountains is there's only one way through, so if you're running from the cops, you have to run that way. Unless you have a capable vehicle to go off-roading and take those old logging roads.
But in winter, you're not plowed. So.
Yeah. Dumb idea to run from cops. Clouds aren't very thick, so there might be some blue sky up there. Kind of feels like there's just a little bit of blue. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of blue poking through, so maybe we'll have blue when we get home. I want to feel blue.
You don't have fuel blue.
I want to feel blue, 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 blue. Anyway, guys. I'm only doing 70 here. Speed limit went up to 100. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a day. So, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting us. We definitely appreciate you guys. See subscribers slowly trickling in. This is the lumber mill that the truck driver was loading at that came to help me. And where we pulled in, that's where we slept last night. So that lumber truck left here, came out to our little pull-out, then turned around, came back here and started loading. So thanks, Wade. Appreciate it. He's the driver that came and helped me. Anyway, we are out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.
Thank you.